Hello and welcome to Rev Sports. I'm Gargi Raut, and for this show, the entire Dubai team is joining us today. Bharat Ramraj, Shomik Chakrabarti, Vaibhav Tripathi, and Rohit Juglan will also join us soon. We'll get all the updates from Dubai, but first, let's talk about yesterday's game. We started off the day pretty cocky, I would say. All our reporters from Dubai, as well as Shubhai, and they were pretty stuck on how India would this would be a walkover for India, and at the end, it really was. And I will something that I won't forget about yesterday is the fact that Shomik said when there were 200 plus runs on the scoreboard, he said India would like to go out and get some time in the middle. Indian batters would love to have some game time. And that is precisely what happened. Shubman Gill 100, Mohammad Shami 5 wicket haul. But let's start with Shubman Shomik. Special form for the young batter. He's been in red hot form when it comes to ODI cricket, and at this point, he's just making batting look effortless.
Yeah, I predicted Gagi, if you remember, that Shubman Gill, I back him to be the highest run getter in this tournament. And the way he's batted, he has been batting. I mean, he's batting like a prince in this format. In the series against England, he signed it off with 100 in Ahmedabad, and that took him to the top of the ODI rankings in terms of batsmen, surpassing Babar Azam, and it is just a continuation. And watching him at the nets, I have been maintaining over the last 4 5 days. I mean, it's a this is I can watch him for hours. The way he has been timing the ball, the way the ball is flying off his bat. And yesterday, remember, the pitch was a tricky one. It was not a pitch, not an easy pitch to bat on. The pitch was slow. The odd ball was gripping. Rishad Hossain, Bangladesh managed the middle overs well. If you remember, against England, we trumped them in the middle overs. In in the power plays over three ODIs, England scored more runs than India. But it was the middle overs where we trumped England. Now, what happened yesterday? Bangladesh managed the middle overs very well, didn't allow India to break free. And it was important for at least one batsman to play the distance. And Shubman did that. During innings break, you asked me whether I am expecting a century from anyone in this batting lineup. I
I
told you
did.
that it could come. It could come from one of the openers, and I also backed Shubman to do it. Rohit, okay, Rohit will steadily get into the group, but he is looking liberated. That's the most important thing. That Rohit, even it was not a sublime Rohit innings yesterday, 41, but far from it. But he is looking liberated. That Kotak century has liberated him. And Virat Kohli is still looking a bit faded. Absolutely faded, Virat Kohli. So from that point of view, Shubman Gill was India's best friend in terms of lasting the distance, in terms of staying till the end, and he did that. So at the pre-match press conference, Rohit said, "There's a reason that why Shubman has been elevated to vice captaincy. He is a class act, and make no mistake, his runs will come in Test cricket also. You saw him at close quarters in Australia, even on that Spice Sydney pitch where batting was nigh on impossible. He was playing this back foot drives. Even Steve Smith couldn't do that. So that is his class. But then again, he uh, he got big on himself and lost his wicket in a way that was not expected of him. More responsibility. But this is his moment. This tournament should announce Shubman Gill's presence as a big star in world cricket.
Absolutely. Glimpses of, as we were talking in the studio yesterday as well, glimpses of, early 2016-17 Virat Kohli. I mean, it's a little too early to say, but at the same time, we are seeing glimpses. If I were to look at Shubman Gill's recent form, 87 for 96 against England, 60 for off of 52 balls, 112 off of 102 balls, and finally yesterday's century as well, 101 of 129 balls. Bharat, what is standing out to you about Shubman Gill's batting? He's just been, flying.
Yeah, I guess he's always been flying in when it comes to ODI cricket. There's no question mark about his form in ODI cricket because even before that series against England, he was averaging 60. It's just gone up to 63 now. So yeah, he likes this format. In this format, the white ball doesn't move much up front. With the old ball also, because you use two balls, then it doesn't swing much. So and he's someone who's very good at understanding the tempo of ODI cricket. So I'm not surprised that he's scoring a lot of runs. And he's someone who can farm the strike. He also has a wide range of shots. So he has the game for ODI cricket, and yes, he's flying, and he could be maybe the player of the series, in my opinion, in this player of this tournament if he continues to bat in this fashion.
Vaibhav, how important has Shubman Gill's form been at the top? Because a fragile batting lineup, or Indian fans are always afraid of a top order crumble, but Shubman Gill has just solidified that top order for India.
Yeah, he has, and the responsibility that he has taken as vice captain is very good to see. Because I remember before the start of the Nagpur ODI, he did a press conference where he said that I want to be a vice captain. As I'm a part of this leadership group now, I want to lead with the bat first. I want to lead with my performances. If I perform well, then obviously it will help, win games for my team. So it was good to see the sense of judgment that he has now. Oh, obviously, he has played for, like, he made his debut, I think, in 2020 against New Zealand in this format. So he has played quite a bit of one day cricket. So he understands, as Bharat sir said, he understands the tempo of this format. And what was good to see last night was that wickets were continuously falling from the other end, but he kept going. There was a time during the middle overs when he was struggling to rotate the strike. Still, he didn't play a rash shot, because at times it has been seen by the youngsters that when they are not being allowed to rotate the strike, when they are not are being allowed to hit a boundary, then what they do, they play a rash shot. They try to break the jail. So but he didn't do that. So that was very good to see, very heartening to see. And he was constantly talking to the batters. When Akshar came, he was trying to tell him how the pitch is behaving. Same when KL Rahul came, and when KL Rahul was dropped between the overs, he had a chat with KL Rahul. So this is like, he's the vice captain, so he's taking that extra responsibility, of when Virat Kohli is not there. Virat Kohli has been doing this, we call him the chase master. Virat Kohli has been anchoring the chases for a long time for India. Now it's time for Shubman Gill. Now is the vice captain as well. So now Shubman Gill becomes the key player at the top, and now he has taken the baton from Virat Kohli, which is visible now. He will be anchoring the innings, as we have seen in the England series and we saw yesterday. So now Shubman Gill's shot making, his sense of judgment, when to pick, when to play shots, when to rotate strike, and when to control the innings. You have to understand how to control your innings in one day format, because there will be time when bowlers will be on you. But at that time, you don't have to play any rash shots or any big shot, any like KL Rahul did last year. He was very lucky to survive that. Otherwise, he would have got out. So it is about Shubman Gill's sense of judgment, and I think everything is coming together for Shubman Gill nicely, and it is a good start for him. So I think he will. I would like to see him continue in this tournament.
रोहित जुगलान ऑल्सो जॉइन्स अस फ्रॉम दुबई. रोहित, मुझे याद है अभी भी बीजीटी से जब हम शिफ्ट कर रहे थे इंग्लैंड टूर पे, तो बहुत क्रिटिसिज्म था शुभमन गिल के लिए. कहीं ना कहीं लोग भूल गए थे कि शुभमन गिल का ओडीआई में परफॉर्मेंसेस बहुत अच्छे रहे हैं, वाइट बॉल में कंसिस्टेंटली परफॉर्म करते आए हैं, लेकिन क्रिटिसिज्म था कहीं ना कहीं. लेकिन जिस तरीके से 25 साल के ये बहुत बड़े भी नहीं है, उन्होंने लीडरशिप रोल जो उठाया है, और जिस तरीके से वो गाइड भी करते हैं, जैसे वैभव ने पॉइंट आउट किया अक्षर पटेल को जो भी आ रहा है उनके साथ बैटिंग करने, और जो रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी ली है सबसे बड़ी बात टॉप ऑर्डर के लिए, उसके बारे में बात कीजिए. और ऑफ कोर्स रेड हॉट फॉर्म.
नहीं मतलब अब तो बहुत इजी है कि आप शुभमन गिल के लिए कुछ भी अच्छा लिख दो, अच्छा बोल दो. इट वाज एट दैट पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम जब आपको मतलब उस समय पे भी कोई साथ देने की जरूरत नहीं थी, क्योंकि परसों जैसे रोहित शर्मा से प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस में पूछा तो उन्होंने सीधे तौर पर कह दिया कि फॉर्मेट में चाहिए। शायद वो ये शुभमन के लिए नहीं, शायद वो खुद के लिए भी कह रहे हो, बिटवीन द लाइंस अगर आप पढ़ेंगे तो रोहित शर्मा को लेकर के भी उस टेस्ट सीरीज के बाद बहुत सारी चीजें ओडीआई क्रिकेट में भी लोगों ने जो है वो ट्रैश लिखना शुरू कर दिया और ये कहना शुरू कर दिया कि आपको छोड़ देना चाहिए, जस्ट बिकॉज दे आर मिक्सिंग द फॉर्मेट्स। क्योंकि उस नागपुर पारी से पहले अगर आप देखोगे तो श्रीलंका में 2 मैचेस में उनकी हाफ सेंचुरी थी और थर्ड में उन्होंने स्कोर नहीं किया था। सिमिलर थिंग्स अगर आप उसको शुभमन गिल की इनिंग्स से कंपेयर करोगे, शुभमन गिल की भी श्रीलंका में पारी नहीं आ पाई, कोई अच्छी पारी नहीं आ पाई, बट ओवरऑल गिल अब तो उनका एवरेज कल की पारी के बाद 62 के आसपास चला गया है, उनका स्ट्राइक रेट 100 से ऊपर चला गया है, जो कि पहले से है। सो ये अपने आप में बहुत एक इंटरेस्टिंग नंबर है। मैंने पिछले दिनों भी कहा था कि 4-5 खिलाड़ी जो आप देखोगे जिन्होंने पिछली 40-50 इनिंग्स इंस्टेंट रहे स्कोर, उसमें 3 इंडियंस हैं और उन 3 इंडियंस में रोहित शर्मा भी हैं, शुभमन गिल भी हैं और श्रेयस अय्यर भी है, और उसमें दो अदर बैटर्स है, वो हेनरी क्लासन और ट्रेविस हेड है। तो जब आप देख रहे हो कि जिस तरीके से शुभमन गिल परफॉर्म कर रहे हैं इस समय पर, और सबसे बड़ी बात जैसा सभी लोगों ने कहा, आई थिंक कल जो उन्होंने ब्रेक डाउन किया अपनी इनिंग्स को, जब उनको लगा कि मैं तेज रन कर सकता हूं तो उन्होंने तेज किए। हमेशा हम क्या कहते हैं, अ गुड इनिंग्स इज ऑल अबाउट हाउ यू प्रोग्रेस, मतलब आप गियर अप कैसे करते हो। कल अगर आप शुभमन गिल की बैटिंग देखोगे वो रिवर्स चला है, थोड़ा सा गियर डाउन भी करे उन्होंने। शुरुआत में टाइम लिया अपनी पारी को स्टार्ट, बिल्कुल आते ही चौके और छक्के मारने शुरू कर दिए थे, ऐसा बिल्कुल भी नहीं था। उन्होंने अपना टाइम लिया एट द स्टार्ट, फिर उन्होंने रन स्कोर करने शुरू करे। सडनली जब उन्होंने देखा कि रोहित शर्मा आउट हो गए तो फिर उन्होंने गियर डाउन भी कर दिया। तो हमेशा आपको ये नहीं होता कि पहले से दूसरे में जाओ, एक गाड़ी चलाना नहीं है कि पहले से दूसरे में, दूसरे से तीसरे में, फिर चौथे में, पांचवें में, नहीं, आपको वापस भी आना पड़ेगा, जस्ट ये देखते हुए कि सिचुएशन क्या है। तो अगर आप वो पारी को देखोगे तो आपको ये बहुत अच्छे तरीके से समझ में आएगा कि शुभमन गिल को पता है कि जस्ट की सिचुएशन को खेलना, बस दैट्स इट। मतलब कई बार शायद लोग क्रिकेट को बहुत कॉम्प्लिकेटेड कर देते हैं, बैटिंग को बहुत सम, मतलब कुछ समय पर सिर्फ ये काफी होता है कि आप सिचुएशन को समझकर अपना गेम खेलो। और जैसा वैभव ने भी कहा, और कि एक वक्त पे ऐसा नहीं था कि वो फ्रस्ट्रेट हो रहे थे जब विराट कोहली थोड़ा सा शेल में जाते हुए दिख रहे थे, बीच में रन्स नहीं आए। भरत भाई ने भी अपनी कॉपी में इस बात को लिखा है कि उन्होंने वो बीच में 14 सिंगल्स लिए, अगर आप वो देखेंगे तो 14 सिंगल्स जो उन्होंने लिए उस समय पर, उन्होंने वो क्या बता रहा है, वो आर्टिकल का वो सेंटेंस यही बता रहा है कि उन्होंने गियर डाउन करे। वो भी चाहते तो जैसे केएल राहुल ने एक शॉट मारा, कैच ड्रॉप हो गया, वहां पे आप एक एक एंट्री दे देते शायद फिर से बांग्लादेश को। बट वो चीज शुभमन गिल का करना आपको ये बताता है कि कितना मच्योर हेड है। और इसीलिए मैंने चेतन शर्मा से दिल्ली में एक इंटरव्यू में पूछा भी था कि क्या आप जब चीफ सेलेक्टर थे तब भी क्या इस तरह की कोई बातें चलती थी, या ये सडनली हो गया है कि एक साल के अंदर आपने, अभी एक साल भी मैं ज्यादा कहूंगा, 8 महीने के अंदर आपने गौतम गंभीर के आने से ठीक पहले आपने जो है वो शुभमन गिल को कप्तानी दे दी, और इन सारी चीजों पे एकदम से ऐसा लगा कि कुछ फास्ट ट्रैक हुआ है। बट उन्होंने सीधे तौर पर कहा कि हमारे टाइम पे भी इस लड़के को इस तरीके से देखा जा रहा था कि ये लड़का जो है वो एक पोटेंशियल कैप्टन हो सकता है। सो ब्रिलियंट उस तरीके से। और मेरे को याद है शामिक दा पहले दिन से, प्रैक्टिस सेशन के पहले दिन से एक बात पॉइंट आउट कर रहे हैं कि एक खिलाड़ी जिस पर आपकी नजरें होनी चाहिए, एक खिलाड़ी जो सबको आउट क्लास, ठीक है, इट्स नॉट अबाउट आउट क्लासिंग अदर्स बट इट्स अबाउट बीइंग द बेस्ट। नेट में एक खिलाड़ी जो बेस्ट लग रहा है वो है शुभमन गिल। और शामिक दा ने बार बार इस चीज को लेकर, उन्होंने भी अपनी कॉपी पे इस बात का जिक्र किया है, अगर आप उसको पढ़ेंगे तो। मतलब ओवरऑल शुभमन गिल एक आपको कंप्लीट सॉलिड पिक्चर दे रहे हैं, जो मेरे को एटलीस्ट ऐसा लगता है कि उन्हें इस टूर्नामेंट के अंदर ही 10 शतक के पार जाना चाहिए, उनको 10 शतक अपने पूरे करने चाहिए इस टूर्नामेंट के अंदर ही।
इंडियन फैंस तो यही होप करेंगे कि शुभमन गिल इस बार प्लेयर ऑफ द टूर्नामेंट बने। लेकिन नाउ लेट्स मूव टू मोहम्मद शामी बिकॉज ही इज द अदर स्टार व्हेन इट कम्स टू द इंडियन टीम। Shomik sent me this quote that Mohammad Shami had said. उन्होंने कहा कि मेहनत मेरी है, दुआएं आप लोगों की है और देने वाला ऊपर वाला है। And this Mohammad Shami's return to ICC tournament, his return to form could not have been timed at a better time. And Shomik, talk about this because you've been closely watching Mohammad Shami for the past year. We have been closely tracking him, and this is a blessing for the Indian bowling lineup, considering that there's no Jasprit Bumrah in the bowling lineup.
I have been closely tracking him for close to a decade and a half now, ever since he came to Calcutta to play club cricket in Calcutta. So the basically, I have seen him at Mohan Bagan Club net. I have seen him at the Bengal net. I have seen him at the India net for such a long period of time. This is a guy. I mean, he is a tough, very strong character, Mohammad Shami. At the 2015 World Cup, he played through the pain. He didn't complain, and only after the tournament was over, he broke down. At the 2023 World Cup, and once again, that ankle injury, and he was taking painkillers. He played through the pain. So it speaks volumes for his character and the way, I mean, the resolve. Now, the difference between 2015 and 2024-25 is that Shami is now on the wrong side of 30. And at this age, your body starts betraying. So Shami had to work a lot harder during his rehab, but during his process of recovery, to get back to rhythm, to get back to the to get back to the standards when he would be playing for India again. The team management knows his value, and that's why Rohit shared. For someone like Shami, it's the most important thing is to for him to be part of the Indian team, part of the squad. So this is how much the team rates him. Yesterday, Shami at the post-match press conference was giving a lowdown about what he went through, how how difficult it was to strive for that extra 10%, 20% every day. I mean, his body was raising red flags, but he went on. He took the pain. He went through the rigors. He came back to domestic cricket, and he said that playing the domestic cricket gave me a lot of confidence. He came back to the international fold, didn't look to be his part. I mean, his pace was down. He was not getting the rhythm. But come the big game, come the big tournament, he came up with a 5 for. That's what big players do. Shami was asked whether he can get back to his 2023 World Cup form. But he said he's trying. He's trying his very best. Whether he can get back to his 2023 form, we don't know. But 5 forms to start with will give will give every will give every bowler a lot of confidence. And India wanted wickets from Shami, and that he delivered. So it was a fascinating story. It has been a story of results. And see, as far as Shami's class is concerned, it was never in doubt that about him bowling line length or presenting a straight seam. He will do that blindfold. But Shami needed wickets under his belt, and the pitch was not seam friendly, but he did that, and that would augur very, very well going ahead. And once again, you mentioned about this quote, Gargi, before coming to the Shami thing. So I would just say, "Kya kaha hai Galib?"
Perfect touch. But Bharat, if I were to ask you, the way that Mohammad Shami has solidified the bowling lineup, I think it's something special, especially going into this tournament, where again Bumrah not being there, it was a huge concern for India.
Yes, there's something about ICC events that lifts Mohammad Shami and his game. I guess that is the important factor here. Yes, when it comes to his bowling, maybe he's not as quick as he used to be. Maybe he has lost a little bit of nip in his bowling. But the wisdom of experience just came through the way he bowled his lines and lengths, the way he changed his lines and lengths in the first innings. I think that was the key factor behind those 5 wickets. And yes, ICC events motivates Mohammad Shami like anything. And India needed an experienced bowler to stand up, as you rightly said, with Jasprit Bumrah ruled out. And that's what Mohammad Shami did yesterday. Hopefully, he will continue to pick up wickets. Even Harshit Rana has been picking up some wickets. That's good to notice. Yes, people will keep saying that he's going for runs, but in the 5 limited overs games he's played for India, he's already taken some 12 wickets. So he has that ability to become a genuine wicket taker and someone who can force the batters into making mistakes and also as a variation or two. So it's not just Mohammad Shami. Even Harshit Rana has been picking up wickets, and that is a great sign for the Indian team.
Before I go to Weber and Rohit, Shomik, a lot of people are asking whether they're just poking a little bit of fun, but a lot of people asking about the Bangladeshi reporters. Were they humbled?
No, strangely, they were they were a bit subdued all along. I mean, maybe the 35 for 5 killed their enthusiasm, and they knew they are not going to. But then again, once again, Bangladesh gave India a good game. The way they recovered, even taking into account that two drop catches, but that's part of the game. That's not their fault that India dropped the two sitters. The way Tawhid Hridoy played, Tawhid Hridoy came at the post-match press conference, spoke very, very well. He has a very matured head. The way, and it was his maiden 100. The way he braved the cramp after getting into the 90s, it was very, very courageous. It will, I mean, Bangladesh, and also the way they choked India in the middle overs, the way they get into Virat Kohli through Rishad Hussain, everything that is Bangladesh at the end of the day gave India a very good game, and India needed that uh, in that tournament of women. That is very good. And just one more thing, Gargi.
Yeah.
And just one more thing, Gargi, regarding Shami. At the
Yes.
post-match press conference, I asked him about 2023. I mean, he being at the receiving end of the vicious trolling, people are questioning his religion, people calling him out for his religion, people putting his integrity under the scanner. And Shami said things, so- so- things that happens on social media. Sometimes it gets onto you. It's not fair. But then, as cricketers, as players, as sportsmen, we have to ignore that. And he did ignore that. And that's why, time and again, be it Shami, be it Rohit Sharma, be it Virat Kohli, you know how deplorable was when the game was the game ended and the player was shaking hands and a section in the stand. It was a sort of fast turnout, partially full Dubai International Stadium, but a section started chanting "Chokli Chokli," so targeting Virat Kohli. India has just won a game. Stand up and applaud. So this is not fair. But as professional cricketers, as professional sportsmen, they need to ignore that, and they are good enough. They are strong enough to ignore that, which is the reason why they have survived in international cricket for so long and so successfully.
Yeah. Uh, Last 10 odd minutes on the show. So let's go to the comment section. Crick Info is asking, it was a blessing in disguise that we did not bowl out Bangladesh cheaply because we were able to assess the wicket, how it plays under lights, and all of our batters scored runs in challenging conditions. Weber, what do you think about that?
Yeah, I won't say all of the batters because still you are trying Akshar Patel at number 5, and Hardik Pandya isn't getting much of game time with the bat. Obviously, you see him getting chances with the ball, but Hardik Pandya, a genuine all rounder, your only seam bowling all rounder in the squad, who is a capable batter, but he's not getting the chances. So I think last match I've been saying this for a long time in the England series as well, that you need to give Hardik Pandya that game time with the bat, and he's not getting it. In last even yesterday there was a chance to push Hardik Pandya at 5, but again Akshar Patel coming ahead of Hardik Pandya and KL Rahul. Again Gautam Gambhir's obsession with having that left right combination. I don't know. It should be a tactical move. There should be a flexibility. Means if spinners are getting on a roll, then you can send in Akshar Patel. That okay, spinners have taken 2 3 quick wickets. Now you have to do the counter attacking. You have to counter punch them. But this is quite becoming a norm, a routine kind of thing when you see the batting lineup. Akshar getting a promotion, Akshar batting at number 5 ahead of KL Rahul, ahead of Hardik Pandya, and these are your proper batters. Akshar has done quite a bit of finishing in IPL for India as well, so he can bat at 7 or 8. But do you expect KL Rahul to finish games? KL Rahul needs a bit of time. He started as a top order player. Now you have forced him to the middle order where he has done well. And now you have snatched his position and given to Akshar Patel. And now you are expecting KL Rahul to be your proper finisher. What that what that player will do, he's not your finisher. Akshar Patel is your finisher. Akshar Patel has done finishing. So I think team management should look into this, that KL Rahul has done well at number 5. They should give him that spot, bat at number, because in 2023 World Cup also, your top 5, top 6 were all right handers. Hardik Pandya was batting at number 6 till the time he wasn't injured. When Hardik Pandya got injured, Surya Kumar Yadav came in. He was a right-hander. Still, we made the final. So, not necessary. You should always have a left-hander in the middle. Then only you will do well. So I think teams should get over this obsession of having left-right combination. If required, yes, push Akshar Patel, but if not, stick with KL Rahul at number 5 and then Hardik Pandya, and give Hardik Pandya that game time, because yesterday Bangladesh suffered a batting collapse. It can happen to India as well. It happened in the Asia Cup against Pakistan. It can happen again if Pakistan bowlers get on a roll. You don't know Pakistan cricket, 1 minute up, 1 minute down. You don't know what kind of mood they turn up on the game day. So if Pakistan bowlers they take 3 or 4 wickets, then Hardik Pandya sort of become an important player, because we have seen Pandya doing well under pressure. Him performing in crunch games. You remember 2017 CT final. You remember that Melbourne game, that partnership with Virat Kohli. So Pandya has done well but again you have to give him time. If you are sending him so late, if he's not getting that game time, he'll not be able to score runs. So it's about Hardik Pandya getting that game time for me in the coming games.
ओके रोहित, यहाँ शाग्निक पूछ रहे हैं कि बांग्लादेश मीडिया कह रही है कि Bangladesh players were not allowed to practice inside the ground, and that's why India earned undue advantage. I'm sure ऐसा नहीं होगा, but क्या क्या चल रहा है ये क्या चल रहा है?
नहीं, बल्कि उन्होंने तो यहाँ पाकिस्तान शाइन्स के अगेंस्ट एक मैच खेला है पूरा का पूरा. उन्होंने तो मैच खेला हुआ है. Forget about getting the practice here. They have played a full game here with Pakistan Shines. So I don't think it's a valid report. I don't think कि शाग्निक ने जो सुना है वो सही सुना है. Because ऐसा नहीं होता है कि किसी एक टीम को अनड्यू एडवांटेज. आईसीसी ये बायलैटरल सीरीज तो चल नहीं रही है कि होम बोर्ड कुछ भी आकर कर देगा. अच्छा, आईसीसी टूर्नामेंट, तो इसमें कहीं मेरे हिसाब से इस तरह की कोई चीज की गुंजाइश नहीं है. जो भी टीम जिस भी तरीके से चीजें मांगती है और जो भी प्रोवाइड किया जाता है. पाकिस्तान ने ही आज कहा होगा कि हमें शाम को अंडर लाइट्स प्रैक्टिस करना है, या इंडिया ने बोला होगा कि हमें अंडर लाइट्स प्रैक्टिस करना है, चाहे वो मैच डे -1 था, चाहे वो मैच डे -3 था, या एक दिन उन्होंने दोपहर में भी प्रैक्टिस की. सो इट्स ऑल अबाउट व्हाट यू आर आस्किंग, एंड जो भी आईसीसी दे सकता है वो आईसीसी प्रोवाइड कराएगा आपको. लेकिन ये बिल्कुल भी नहीं होगा कि एक टीम को ये मिल रहा है करने के लिए और एक टीम को उसके विपरीत कुछ भी नहीं मिल रहा है. सो इस तरह की चीजें नहीं होती हैं. बट वन थिंग जो आई थिंक मैं भूल गया क्या कहना चाह रहा था. सॉरी.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Shomik, final word to you, because a lot of people are asking about India's schedule. Obviously, they won't be practicing today, but any news on what they're doing tomorrow?
Yeah, Gargi, before that, we want to share a couple of news on this platform.
Absolutely.
One, we have already reported last evening that a road to be named after the legendary Sunil Gavaskar. The great man, I was talking to him yesterday and he gave us a couple of nice quotes also. And he left for Kerala today and he will be returning once again on Saturday before the India-Pakistan game. The greatest batsman in India has ever produced. Obviously, he is different. He's not a player. He is something different. Anyway, and number 2 is that we will discuss about this at 5 Another slow pitch will be laid out for the game against Pakistan. For the India-Pakistan game, another slow pitch is expected. We'll talk about in detail at 5. So these are the two news. And now, Gargi, you asked me one question. It came out of my mind. Just you please can come
About
again.
India's schedule in the coming days.
India's schedule today is a day off. Obviously, they played a game yesterday. So today is a complete day off. No practice, no press conference. Tomorrow, obviously, they will train match day -1. They will have a press conference also. Let's see who comes for the press conference. I don't see they are tinkering with that playing 11, but we'll get a better idea once they train tomorrow. As far as Pakistan are concerned, they are training at the ICC Academy today from 6:30 p.m. Dubai time, which is 8 p.m. India time. There will be no press conference from the Pakistan side.
All right. Well, on that note, everyone, thank you so much for joining. Shamik, Bharat, Vaibhav, Rohit will be looking forward to more updates from Dubai as well. So stay tuned, everyone, and we'll be back at 5. So don't forget to join us then. And watch out for more news from Dubai. Thank you.